I'm Dr. Jen with White Wave Bodywork, and in this video I want to go over how to do child's pose, which is a lot of people's favorite pose. If you're familiar with yoga or if you've been to a yoga class, this is what we use as our resting pose. If you ever have problems with doing any of the things that they're doing in a class, it's always acceptable to come into a child's pose and just take a rest. So this is a lot of people's favorite for that reason. So let's go into how to get into child's pose. It's a really great pose for trying to stretch out the hips and the lower back. It can be just really comfortable for a lot of people. So what I want you to try to do is just get into this all fours position. Bring your toes together so they're touching, and bring your knees as wide apart as you feel like you want to, because you can do it at different angles for the hips. I like to bring my knees apart wide enough that they fit on either side of my rib cage, so my rib cage can really sink down. So what you're trying to do is push your butt back towards your heels. Now, not everybody has enough mobility in their knees, in the flexion of their knees, to get their butt all the way to the heels. So if that's the case for you, there are a couple options. If you'd really like to work on the knee mobility, the actual joint mobility there, rolling up a hand towel and putting it right back in the crease of your knees and then sitting back can be a nice creation of a gap in that knee joint to try to really stretch out the joint. If you just want to work on a little bit of flexibility in the thighs, putting a pillow in between your butt and your feet can be a great modification. Now sometimes people will find that they have trouble pointing their feet all the way back because they don't have this mobility in their ankles and their toes to be able to do this without discomfort. So another modification would be to take that rolled up towel and put it underneath your ankles so that you don't have to go all the way flat. So there's a lot of different ways that we can use props to make this comfortable and accessible for everyone. All right, so we're gonna keep moving forward with this. So you're trying to find a comfortable place for your knees, and then you're gonna push your butt as far as you can back with using whatever props that you feel comfortable using. Then we're gonna try to invite the head toward the floor. So if you can only get this far with your head, what I want you to try to do is put both fists on top of each other like little blocks stacked up and rest your head. If maybe you only need one, then you bring it back this way. And if you can go all the way toward the floor, reach your hands forward and see if you can get your forehead to hit the floor. From here, there's lots of nice things you can do with your shoulders, like shrug your shoulders up towards the ceiling and try to crawl your fingers forward like they're spiders, and try to reach forward and sit back at the same time. So don't let your fingers pull your butt off of your heels. Maybe even use your hands to push your butt back towards your heels with those shoulders elevated towards the ceiling. The other thing you can do that's really nice is try to crawl your fingers over to one side and stretch out the other side. So as you're stretching the side body, reach this left arm forward as far as it'll go and sit your left butt cheek back as far as it'll go. And then come back to the middle, and I say as far as it'll go, but as far as it's comfortable and it feels good to you. This stretch should feel nice, it should feel good. And then try to reach this right hand forward and sit the right butt cheek back. And that really elongates the side of the body that you're stretching. Now, one of the other things that I didn't mention is that kneeling poses for a lot of people can be uncomfortable. So again, kneeling on a blanket or a pillow, that can be really helpful for a lot of people. You want the poses to be accessible and comfortable, so try to work with props in order to make that happen. Go ahead and try it at home. Leave me some comments in the comments section below about what you thought about that video and those cues. And make it a swell day. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something good.